This region has been in the conflict almost last 40 years. Major conflict that took place in this part was 1993, 1996, 1998, and 2012, 2014. But Nedan Foundation actually came to be a very forceful manner in 2004. Slowly we started reaching out, though it was only the Kokrajhar districts that we started. Kokrajhar district has 4 blocks, and 3 blocks are absolutely hit due to the conflict. This area has emerged nearly 40 years in the conflict. And annual flood displaces 20 lakhs population every year. And since then, started actually identifying what to start, because the area was absolutely, governance system was zero. There was no intervention from the government side anywhere. Because of the conflict, it emerged almost like in the mighty water for 20 years. So the crisis we identified was what to do with the children who are absolutely innocent in this political fight between so many forces in this area. Reason being identified under National Crime Bureau records that Assam stood top position on child trafficking, second top positions in the missing children reported cases. And beside this, then we have a huge number of dropout. Kokrajhar district is the second highest dropout children, because there are very less number of high schools into the forest area and enclosures area. ME school, high school, then the junior colleges are not existing. So therefore, we have tremendous numbers of children being dropped out.
Because of the clashes, ongoing ethnic violences for over almost 3 decades in this district, people have suffered a lot. Not only the houses were burned down, even the schools were burned down. And the schools have seen holidays for a long time. Not as per their schedule. It is because of the violence. Teachers also cannot go there. Number of teachers is also less. So education has suffered a lot, and children are the first victim.
अभी तो हमारा स्कूल प्राइवेट है, प्राइवेट से चल रहा है, कोई फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम है, कोई शेयर बेंच भी प्रॉब्लम है, अब दुख से इतना मेहनत करके चल रहा है।
এতগুলা জনসংখ্যা আছে, আমাদের গভর্নমেন্ট স্কুল মাত্র এলপি স্কুল হলো 4টা, আর এমই স্কুল হলো মাত্র একটা গভর্নমেন্ট একটা ভেঞ্চার।
2 লাখ 2.5 লাখৰ ভিতৰত আমাৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰী আছে, কিন্তু সেই অনুপাতে আমাৰ টিচাৰ আছে মাত্ৰ 5000। গতে 5000 টিচাৰ 2.5 লাখ ল'ৰা ছোৱালী কন্ট্ৰোল কৰাটো সম্ভৱ নহয়।
9 बस्ती में एक ही एलपी स्कूल है।
स्कूल तो बहुत दूर है, ये साइकिल भी चाहिए।
कॉलेज भी नहीं है, हाई स्कूल भी नहीं है, एमई स्कूल भी नहीं है। जो एमई स्कूल है ये भी प्राइवेट है।
আমাদের এখান থেকে আশপাশে তো কোনো কলেজ নাই।
দুখীয়াৰ কাৰণে কিতাপৰ কিনিব নাপাৰো, পইচা টকাবোৰ কম থাকে।
मैं संताली लैंग्वेज में बच्चे को सिखाता हूँ स्कूल में। तनख्वाह मिलता है साल में 9000।
Outside of the family, school is a safe place for them. And once they are outside of the school, every kind of child rights violation takes place.
मायना नहीं देते, अभी तो सरकार से कोई फैसिलिटी भी नहीं है।
The government cannot go for the education system in the forest enclosure area. For that reason, forest enclosure children, they need to migrate to different other place for the higher education, and lots of children used to drop out for that reason.
And without education, children, without people who have good education, how can a nation grow?
ডিমান্ড তো অনেক থাকে, ডিমান্ড করেও তো লাভ নাই। আমার একমাত্র সরকারের স্কুলটা যাতে সরকারি হয়।
In the Kokrajhar district, we work at 401 enclosure forest villages, where 4,000 children are still not yet access to quality education. So what we are actually advocating with the government of Assam is to implementation of the Right to Education Act that started from 2009. But since there is a lots of debate with the Department of Forest that the community cannot have access of those government development facilities because they are enclosure. But our advocacy with the government is always like human beings are human beings and they are the citizens of this area, that basic access of those fundamental right has to be provided.
স্যার আমার এটাই অনুরোধ আপনারা মানে বিশেষ করে আমার যদি এই দুরামারে যদি এই এমই স্কুলত যদি 2-3টা শিক্ষক যদি দিবার পান খুব ভালো হতো।
Education system be in place. There should not be no children not having access to education. Otherwise, it become a crime under the Right to Education Act.
This Right to Education Act scope or the entitlement under this act needs to be expanded at least up to the age of 18, because that's when you can call somebody as adult. So if you can expand the scope of the Right to Education Act up to 18 years, then I think we have, as a nation, I think we can be more proud, and as a nation we can become more educated, more qualified, we can produce more responsible citizens, and we can provide actually produce more skilled people.
So our main intervention is to make sure that no adolescents should be dropped out, so that they are not, their life is not in the vulnerable situation. And dropout is the main cause of the children's becoming vulnerability, because of which there are huge number of child marriage cases reported.
মেট্রিক এক্সাম যদি ফেল করে নেয় তাহলে ওরা দুইটা কিভাবে ডিসাইড করে নেয় যেরকম আমি বিয়ে করব নাহলে বিদেশে চলে যাব।
Infant mortality is very much linked with the emerging trend of the cases reported in the child marriage cases. The Kokrazar has 53.9% child marriage reported cases. That's the only statistic study carried out by the state government.
Every week we are getting at least 2 or 3 cases of child marriage.
मेरे उम्र वालों का भी शादी हो जाता है। मेरे भैया का 18 साल में शादी हो गई।
The girl, for the parents, they don't want to keep the girl for longer time in their house because they have to maintain the girl. So they want to get her married.
Problem in child marriage is the consent of both the families, both the bride's family and also the groom's family. So they do not want police to intervene.
When the children is married, education is stopped. When education is stopped, that means we start one mark of underdevelopment.
Child trafficking is a major issue. It's a very big issue, and I think and I say that child trafficking is a bigger issue than extremism in Kokrazar district because of the economic conditions.
हम लोग का घर बाड़ी नहीं है, खेती नहीं है, जमीन नहीं है, ऐसे ही रहते हम लोग.
People are tempted to go outside to work. There is no industry here. There is no proper employment generation here. So people have no other choice but to go for livelihood to other parts of the country, and they become the victims of the child trafficking and trafficking.
घर पे तो कुछ नहीं, काम भी नहीं है, ना जमीन भी नहीं है, तो क्या करूं?
Because of which there is huge number of out migration, forced migrations happening.
जंगल में जाओ, खोड़ी लाओ और वो सब बेच करके खाओ, अपना पेट भरो.
कारण माक बापेको किछुमान मानु दालाल जातीय मानु आहि पेলাই পইচাৰ লোভ দেখুৱাই পেলাই বাচ্চাবিলাকক বাহিৰলৈ লৈ যায়.
और मोस्टली चाइल्ड लेबर इज चीप. जो आपका एक पर्सन जो एम्प्लॉय करने से आपको पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा, वो चाइल्ड बहुत कम में हो जाता है.
ধৰক গাঁৱতে দালাল আছে, তেওঁলোকে ক'ব তুমি দিল্লীলৈ বলা, বাংগালুৰুলৈ বলা, কলকাতালৈ বলা, তোমাক 5,000 টকা দৰমহা দিম, 10,000 টকা দৰমহা দিম, তেনেকৈ লৈ যায়. আৰু কিছুমান যায় ধৰক কাৰোবাৰ প্ৰেমত কোনোবাই পৰিলে, সেই প্ৰেমিকজনে ধৰক তেওঁক লৈ গৈ পেলাই এনেকৈ ক'ৰবাত বেচালত বিক্ৰী কৰি দিলে, তেনেকুৱা ঘটনাও ঘটিছে আমাৰ কোকৰাঝাৰত.
তো বাচ্চাগুলো হয়তো ঠিক ওরা ওদের অধিকারটা ওরা হারাইতে চায় না, কিন্তু কখনো বাধ্য করা গার্জিয়ানে আর কি.
बच्चे लोग पढ़ नहीं पाते हैं तो उनके माँ बाप कहते हैं कहीं पर जाओ, काम करो, पैसा कमा कर लेकर आओ.
They also face the problem of sexual abuses also. And because of their ignorance, illiteracy, economic downtrodden issues, they don't come out openly about the problems they are facing, sexual abuses they are facing day by day.
Not that children wanted to go away from this area, but children were forced to leave because there is nothing to leave. No house, no food, no clothes. And there was absolutely no civil society organizations coming to rescue those children from such kind of situation. In collaboration with UNICEF Guwahati office, we reach out almost entire Kokrajhar district, 25 locations managed by Nedan Foundations, where more than 15,000 children are associated. This is one of the child rights movement from the communities.
The government, NGOs, media, academic institution, everybody comes together to ensure a very safe and very joyful childhood.
So no recruitment agency can come and simply take away the children today.
We need more awareness, more trainings, more resourceful person and a dedicated team.
If you have lots of funds, we can build more rehabilitation center, then the problems can be sorted out.
So now it is all the more important for us to take up this responsibility to create a protective and a quality learning environment for children here in this region.
And the strategy we are planning today is to start very closely providing access to quality education, movement of ending violence against children, child-friendly police station, child-friendly Kokrajhar movement. Every children should have access of those, what is happening in their life. There should be a institution where report of the children and such kind of violence taking place is being accepted and looked into in a very serious manner. There should be an access of reporting system.
The UNICEF has supported a big program, especially for conflict-affected children. The 30,000 children in BTC have been collectivized and they have been brought back to schools. They have been put into a process of empowerment. Today they have become from a service recipient to the change agent.
Last 15 years, Nedan Foundation has brought back 1,500 plus traffic children. Those are the topmost priority that policymakers should provide to the children.
To make Kokrajhar a child-friendly district, we need the cooperation from all the government departments, each and every citizen, and all the NGOs. Let's try to make it a child-friendly district and let us enjoy this beautiful world.
প্ৰতিজন মানুহে প্ৰতিটো শিশুৰ কাৰণে এখন ভাল পৃথিৱী সুন্দৰকৈ গঢ়ি তোলাৰ কাৰণে আমি সকলোৱে নিস্বাৰ্থভাৱে কাম কৰা উচিত।
दा UNICEF, नेरसोन आरो नेदान जयै जों जेखौ मावगासिनो दं बियो दिनैनि थाखायल' नङा बियो इयुननि थाखायबो।
We invite with folding hand, join with Nedan Foundation movement creating child-friendly Kokrajhar, that every children should have a development accessibility, protective environment accessibility in these districts of Kokrajhar.